Hello everyone, so I've taken the liberty of recording this tutorial on how to edit your phone case in Blender, so we can avoid any confusion possibly that you got from the written instructions, but this will help clarify things and that way it'll make it easier for you guys to follow along. So let's get started. First off, you're going to have a scene when you open up Blender that looks like this. Well, pretty similar because I have a theme turned on for mine and it looks a little bit different. And if you want to change your theme, you would go up to File, User Preferences, and it'll be a tab on the top. It'll be called Theme, I believe. And then on the left, there is a list of themes you can use. I have scientific theme, something like that. Science Lab, yeah, Science Lab theme. And you can switch between them just in case you want to change the look for whatever reason. But I stick with Science Lab for preference. Right, anyways, so the first order of business is we want to delete the cube, the default cube. If it's not selected for whatever reason, you have to right click it and then you press delete and enter. We can also get rid of the camera and the light in the scene by clicking that and shift clicking the light so you can select both of them, delete and enter. Now we have our blank scene, so we're going to import our phone case template. And to do that, you go to File, Import, and STL. And just locate wherever on your computer that you have the template saved. In my case, I have it on my flash drive. For demonstration purposes, we're going to be using the iPhone 5C case. It's pretty simple. And when you import it, it's going to look pretty big, like it is right there. Just zoom out with your middle mouse wheel. This will help you navigate the phone case. Do not scale it down because it's scaled to your phone. Now we're going to import our design, our extruded design. So go to File, Import OBJ, because we exported it as an OBJ from Photoshop, and just locate it on your computer. It is Obama text. That is not actually my design. It is just an example. And for whatever reason, it takes quite some time for it to import into my scene. I think my computer is Republican. Right. So it is now imported my scene. Now, for some of you, it may not appear for whatever reason. So if I were to like do this, and then I'm just like, hey, where's my design? And it's like it's imported and everything because if you can see up here in the hierarchy window, you can see Obama is right there, which means it is in the scene, but you cannot see it. The reason for that is it's possibly too big to import properly. If that is the case, then what we need to do is press spacebar, type in origin, and then pick set origin, and then pick geometry to origin, and this will bring it to the middle of the scene. As you can see, it is pretty big, and that's probably why it did not import properly. For now, we're going to hide it by clicking the eyeball tool in the hierarchy window, and we're just going to orient our phone case. So we want to lay it flat so we can edit the face of it. So to do that, you press R for rotation, press X, and -90. This will flip it down. If your phone case looks like this, you have to do R, X, -92. Also, and if it looks like this, you have to pick R, X, 180, and it'll flip it around the other way. Now we turn on our extrusion design, and then we press S, and we drag our mouse to scale it down so it's a bit more manageable. Then we're just going to move it out of the way. Now we're going to change our view to make this easier to work with. So we're going to press 7 on the number pad. This will switch your view to top view. And we're going to press 6 also to rotate it. You can press 4 and 6. This will rotate it left and right. So we have our view like this. So we're going to move our design to the place where we want to put it. We're going to hold down Shift and middle mouse button. That will let us pan and make it easier to move to the view. I can also press 1 on the number pad key and also set it to the side view. That way I can move it down on the Z axis so it's floating above the template. That way I can orient it in Z space and X space. So I'll probably want to move this to the middle of the case. Again, I'm pressing 1 to move to the side and 3 to move to the front view. This will let me put the extrusion close to the phone case. Now we're going to work as if this was an extrusion. So if we want to put this as an extrusion on our phone case, we want to make sure we're not moving it past the phone case like this. Because when it prints, it will stick out and it will look really terrible. We have to move into the phone case. See how I'm inside the phone case? I'm using the middle mouse button to go inside the phone case, and I am selecting the text and using the blue arrow or the Z arrow, I will move it up and down so it's inside of the phone case like this. That way it's inside the phone case but not sticking out through the other side, because we don't want that for an extrusion. It's there but it's not sticking all the way through. So our extrusion is in place. It is not sticking through and it is inside the phone case. But say it's sticking out too much. Well, I would press S for scale, Z to scale it only in the Z depth. I would drag the mouse to make it stick out as far as I would like. Now keep in mind this shrinks it down on both sides. So if we go inside the phone case, you can see that it is no longer inside the phone case anymore because we scaled down on both sides of the Z axis. So you might have to adjust the settings. So again, press S, Z, and then just drag your mouse, and this will let you scale it on the Z axis so it's sticking all the way through and it's not extruded too much than you would like on the outside. Make sure it's as far as possible without sticking through the other side, because if not, then it's gonna be integrally weak when you print the phone case and it'll probably come out bad. So that is how you extrude your phone case. Now if we're done and we're completely satisfied with this, well, press Control S to save, because you might want to make changes later. After you save, we have to join them. So right click your phone case, then hold down Shift and click on your extruded design, and this will select both of them. You will see a blue halo around the objects, or in your case it'll be orange because of the layout. Now we have to go to Tools and we pick Join, and this will join your objects together, and now you cannot make any more changes. That's why at this point you want to make sure you're really happy with your design, and that's why you save beforehand, because if you're not happy anymore, you can just load up your save file and it will revert back. Of course, you can always undo it with Control Z. So this covers how to add an extruded design to your phone case. So we're going to cover how to cut out design. So I'm going to add a cube as an example. Of course, you're going to have a better design than just a cube. So let's say we have our design imported and we want to cut out a section of the phone case with it. So again, we're going to press 7 to go to the top view. We're going to orient it. We're using 1 and 3 to move to the side. Make sure it is going through the phone case. Now, unlike the extrusion, you want your design to go all the way through, because this will make your design cut all the way through your phone case. Alright, so now we're going to select our phone case template by right-clicking it. Just make sure only the phone case is selected. You can always press A to deselect everything, then right-click your phone case. Now we're going to go to the menu here, and we're going to pick this little wrench icon. That's a modifier. We're going to pick Add Modifier, and we're going to go to Generate and Boolean. It's right here. Now you'll get a box that looks like this. First off, make sure the phone case is still selected. Then in Operation, pick Difference. Now for Object, select the extruded design that you have, then pick Apply. Now if I move the cube out of the way, you will see that it is now cut out, which is just what we want. So we'll go over those instructions again because it's pretty specific and it's a little bit hard to follow at first. Make sure your phone case is selected. Go to generate Boolean operation, pick difference. Then for object, pick your design. Then pick apply, and you will see it is cut out. Okay, now say we wanted to cut that same design out in another place of the phone case. Well, we can always just move the design, select the phone case again, pick difference for operation, pick the cube, and then pick apply, and it will be cut out again in the phone case with the same design. So you can always reuse the design that you have to cut it out again wherever you'd like. So it doesn't always have to be once. But I'm just going to go ahead and undo all that. Say we just have a hole in the cube, just one, and not another one. Now, sometimes if you pick difference, it's not always going to look right. What's going to happen is it's going to look something like this. If that is the case, there's an issue with Blender. I still don't know why it does it. But what you have to do is in operation, you have to not pick difference. You have to pick either union or intersect. Because for whatever reason, Blender sometimes doesn't read difference correctly. And it ends up doing something different. So just mess around with the operations and just choose the one that works correctly because it's going to switch around. I have no idea why. Right, so now that we have our design ready, we're going to delete the extruded design because if we leave it there, it's going to mess up once we export our design. Alright, so this is our finished phone case. Of course, yours is going to look way better than this, but this is just for example purposes. I'm going to cover an issue you might have when you're doing the cutout bit. So here I have my purposely bad phone case because I'm pretty sure every one of you will enjoy having this phone case. Let's say I wanted to make a cutout of the Obama text instead of an extrusion. So I have my my phone case selected. And then it's just like, okay, I'm going to go up to modifiers, that little wrench icon. And I'm just going to go up to generate and Boolean. And I'm just going to be like, okay, I'm going to pick difference. And then I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to select my Obama text. And I'm going to cut it out. And now you will find you get an error that says cannot execute Boolean operation. There's a reason for this. That is because your extruded design, in my case the Obama text, has too many vertices. I don't expect you to know what that means, but I do expect you to know how to fix it. So we have to remove the extra vertices. And to do that, we have to go to edit mode. So you can go down here and pick edit mode, or you can press the tab button and it will switch you over to edit mode. Then in tools, you have to be in tools right here in this tab. You have to go down to remove doubles. And up on the upper right, you can see it removes some vertices. That's removing the excess vertices that is blocking the operation from working. So if we go back to a Boolean and we try it again, we pick our Obama text, you see we don't get that error anymore, but now we're having that error I was talking about before. If you pick difference and it looks weird, then it's because you have to pick a different operation. In my case, then the one that ends up working is intersect for whatever reason. So if I pick intersect and I pick apply, and it ends up cutting out the design, whereas it would usually be difference. So again, you have to mess around with that. And you can see that it's an indentation because I didn't stick it all the way through, but that doesn't really matter. It's just to show you how to get rid of that error. Now that we have our phone case design ready, we're going to have to export it. So we go up to File, Export, OBJ, and just save it wherever you'd like and pick Export. Now, if you had that extruded design not deleted, then it would cause an issue here. But otherwise, we deleted it, so there's no issue. So now we have our phone case design that we can now properly print and you can show off to your friends.